Just got off work, still in the work clothes, but here I am. Do you ever feel like something's missing? Like you don't really know what you want to do, don't have that passion that, you're supposed to so-and-so find? Well, that's me, and that's what this channel's about, and that's who this channel is for. This is the Zach Yard. Basically, the motto here is to try out a plethora of skills, right? I'm going to learn new things, try new things, basically build my skill set and my knowledge on things that I'm interested in at the time. Because my biggest issue in my life is not knowing what I want to do and then getting interested in something else like so soon after. So I feel like this would give me some structure, recording videos, talking about said things I'm learning, and also maybe hopefully inspiring you to get off that social media, get off your phone, get off of YouTube. After you watch this, you're going to click off and you're going to learn something to just better ourselves. I'm going to break this down into 3 parts. So we'll see how it goes. But part 1, it's about me. Basically, I've been interested in a lot of things throughout my life, various things. I had the dinosaur love when I was younger. Paleontology, that was my thing. I was always going to be a paleontologist, but somehow society tells you paleontologists don't make any money. There's not going to be any more dinosaurs to be found. Dinosaurs aren't cool anymore. Anyway, this video is not about paleontology, but first interest was dinosaurs. Society told me no. So, I lost interest in that. Next was NASA, space. I love space. Didn't really have a career path picked out for that. I was just like, I want to work at NASA. Like, space is cool. Like, I don't know what they do there. So that was the next one. That one wasn't as long or as primal as the paleontology, because I still love dinosaurs to this day and space, but I was good at math and science. So then it was, you should be an engineer. Of course, why not? Went to college. Engineering was not what I wanted to do after the first year. Didn't know how to study. One of those guys who didn't study in high school, didn't have to. Made it by. Easy peasy. Switched out of engineering into industrial design because that was like aesthetics with a little bit of engineering. Basically, industrial design, it's not what you think it is unless you know what it is. It's product design, Now product design is more also UX, UI. It can be a lot of things, but pure physical product design is like true industrial design. Anything from furniture, games, consumer tech, soft goods like bags and shoes, transportation, cars, mobility, I think is what they call it now. Throughout my internships, I got a few of those and projects within school, within my studios. I explored many different topics, supported by faculty and other students and my co-ops to, explore while I'm there. That's the goal. Figure out what you want. So I did soft goods. I made belts, consumer tech, worked on some security devices and other things, packaging design. I did some mobility design. Power tools, design research, toys. Did I say toys already? Did a paleontology puzzle. Who knew? Who figured? Still didn't figure out what I wanted to do. 5 years of that, graduated, got my degree. Everything's great. Everything is great, right? So I'd call part 1 of this the love of learning, trying out new things. Part 2, the plan. So currently I still have a broad range of interests. That has not changed. What does all of this mean? Because still a little lost on trying to find that big interest. I listened to a podcast the other day. I think his name Jim Collins. It was on like Tim Ferriss's podcast. I think it was this one, talking about people are have like encoded passions, gifts, basically that thing that you're made to do, right? Searching for that, that's the thing. However, for me right now, I'm interested in a lot of things for short periods of time, come back to them. It's not very good career-wise, you know? I mean, I'm fine with what I do. Maybe that's just how it is. First step of the plan, part two, my plan, this channel, make a video. I've made videos in the past. I've made many channels not many, few channels in the past. A decade ago, first videos, Halo tutorials, Wii bowling, splits, pickups, cool stuff like that. Didn't really know how to niche down, as they say on these YouTube creator videos, because if you're like me, you've probably watched a million videos on how to make YouTube videos. You're a pro at making YouTube videos and you never touched making a video. Maybe you've tried it a couple times, but you know the ins and outs from these videos. And what they would always say is niche down. Now they're kind of saying you're the niche. Sure, maybe. But I could never niche down because, as I've mentioned, I'd be interested in Pokemon for 1 week. And then I'd be interested in something else. Self-improvement, working out, poetry, Star Wars, running, I don't know, you name it. Legos, ooh, love Lego, man. So this channel, the idea is I make a video for a topic that I'm interested in at the time, walk you through it, show you what I learned. We learn something together. It's fun, it's enjoyable, but you got to learn too. This isn't just gonna be me. That's what part 3 is. You. Why didn't I continue with those channels? Why haven't I stuck with YouTube? You know, maybe it's fear. You upload those first couple videos, nobody sees it. A little bit of PTSD from the Halo videos, but I think the major thing that has stopped me is I always just push it back. I say I'm gonna do it. It never comes. I mean, you've probably watched a million of these videos where they say just start, just do it, because you're doing too much prep. I had 2 microphones, both of them not working. One's missing, the USB-C dongle, it's a fake, it's a fraud, so it's not working. So we're going straight off the phone. No camera, as I said, phone. Look at this quality. Come on, you don't need the camera anymore unless you want to start upgrading that quality to even further heights, but the phone works. Part 3, you. As I said, you got to get off the social media. These short form contents, you've heard it before. TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts. Melting the brain, y'all, melting the brain. I love some TikTok. TikTok's been bad for me the last like 5 years. Maybe 4 or 5 years. I've been on it nonstop. I managed to get off Twitter and then instantly was on TikTok. I've been on a good streak. I have a 15-minute timer on Instagram. I don't really dabble in the Reels. TikTok, off my phone for like a couple months now. It's been great, y'all. It's been great. You miss it for a little bit, but then poof, you start to not care. Every now and then I'm like, there's creators on there that I'm like, ooh, I really wonder what they're cooking up. I could get it on my iPad, get it on my laptop if I really cared, but I don't. I don't need it. And you don't need it either unless, you know, you're trying to make it work on there. However, I'll say this. Got off of TikTok. Now I've been mindlessly consuming YouTube recommended videos for who knows how long. And that's another trap. Maybe a less dangerous trap for your mind, but like brain rot wise, but like it's almost tricking you even more because it's like makes you feel productive. Like some videos, you know, you are learning stuff. It's like a 30-minute documentary. You're like taking it in, you're enjoying it. Who cares, you know? But when I'm watching self-improvement, how to better myself over and over and over, and then not doing it, that's where it comes, you know, becomes an issue. They say Stop consuming, start creating. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Video 1, and I want you guys to do it with me. That's what part 3 is. Part 3 is you. Part 2, my plan. Part 1, the backstory. Part 3, you. You know, if people watch this, maybe I'll make like a Discord. We can learn stuff together. But right now, you put in the comments what you're learning. I want you to start. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can read a book. That can be what you're learning. I have this book. I think this is what the next one will be. So my thing is like part 1 for this would be like YouTube is like the first thing I'm learning. You know, I've learned it. I'm doing the YouTube now. Part 2, I think it might be poetry. I got this book a while ago. I want to finish it. I'm that far in. Little History of Poetry by John Carey. Apparently he knows a lot about poetry. It's been honestly pretty good so far, but I was distracted by 2 other books. I'm in book 3 of Red Rising trilogy. I read Lonesome Dove. That's like 900 pages. So now we're on this. We're gonna read this. Let me know if you want to hear stuff about the books, but that might just be a separate thing. So you can read, you can watch a couple videos, you can take notes, you can learn an instrument, listen to a couple albums. That's another thing though, along with the social media. We gotta think, y'all. We gotta get quiet. Let the brain get quiet. You gotta think. If you're afraid to be alone with your thoughts, you gotta practice. Meditate. I've been doing some meditation. Shower. No phone in the shower. Band. Music. It's not as bad. It can still be bad. Audiobooks, podcasts, they're in the same boat as that music. Your brain needs quiet. But if you're intentionally listening to music as like a learning experience, it's different. But if you're got DJ X on Spotify and he's giving you your reggae top 5s, band. Use your mind. iPad's still dead, so let me check the notes. I guess another good point to make, I feel like I heard this on a podcast. I'm able to do that at work. Mindlessly consume these podcasts, so coming home and then doing it more with more YouTube videos, it's like I'm taking in stuff 10 hours a day, but not making anything out of it besides like what I'm making at work while I'm doing the podcast, but I digress. Basically, like if you put in, you know, a decent amount of effort into whatever you're trying to do, you can get ahead of 75% of society because everybody else, they're rotten on the TikToks. They're rotten on the reels. So do it. Just learn. You only have something I think about now, you know, maybe you don't want kids, but think about like when you tell them when you're older, like you can be what you want. You can do whatever you want when you're older. But then they look at you and you're not doing what you want. Are they going to believe you? I feel like that's like, it hurts. It does. So I'm telling you, you got to find what you do. I mean, if you already have kids, be the guide right then and there to show them you can do whatever you want. I'm doing whatever I want as your parent, right? Looking back from at the end of your life, are you going to regret not trying it out on that deathbed? You're looking back and you're like, man, I wish I would have made those YouTube videos, or I was trying to think of something else. Like, I wish I would have started that cupcake business. Say you love cupcakes. Say you love desserts. Say you were thinking about that cupcake business at the age of 20. Now about the age of 30. What if you're still thinking about that cupcake business? 10 years just went by. You didn't do the cupcake business. Why not? Why didn't you at least try it? 40 comes by. 50 comes by. 30 years later, still thinking about that cupcake business. And who says people at 70 can't start a cupcake business? There's plenty of people out there probably who are in their 70s who have started a cupcake business. At least like 6. Think about that. The biggest disservice you can do to yourself is to not try. You can try and be nonchalant. Like people always trying to be nonchalant these days, you know, not put in the effort, act like they're cool. that you can try and still be cool. And that's cool. Where's this going? Basically, all I'm saying is I want to hear what y'all are trying to learn, what skills you're building. It can be the harmonica. I have a harmonica. It'll probably be in a video at some point. Just learn something. Let me know how it goes. Do something productive. Take a second after this video. Actually, right now. Deep breath. Take in the information. Maybe watch it again. You should have been taking notes. Did I tell you to get a notepad out? Looks like you're gonna have to watch it again and take more notes. Sit down, breathe, take your notes, learn something new, try something new. It can just be like go into a new park, look at the trees there, write down what trees you saw, do some research on those trees. There's so many interesting things you can do. I think I'm just dragging it on at this point. I think you get it. Sit down, breathe, take in the video, understand, figure out what you're gonna learn, be honest with yourself, stop consuming. Don't get on that TikTok once you're done with this. Don't get on those reels. I know the YouTube short thing is probably like right over there. Don't touch it. Put the phone down. Think for yourself. Feel the carpet. You're sitting on the floor. Feel the carpet. You're sitting on the bed. Feel the blanket. Take in the senses. What are you smelling? What are you seeing? Think about it. Now that you're in your head. Anyway, I think I'm going to read this poetry book, write some poetry. The Zackyard on Substack has some poetry on it already. You can check that out. I've been writing it a little on and off. I've been writing haikus for a long time. I love haikus. We'll get more into the poetry in the next video because now we've decided poetry video too. So anyway, I got a poetry notebook full of poems. If you want to do poetry, wait, you guys should do poetry too, and then we can all do poetry. It'll be like a poetry club. And every time something piques your interest, write it down. Just write it down. And then maybe you can do what I'm doing and talk about your interests. Then you have a list of interests. You can never run out of interests. For me, it's like I get too many interests and I get lost in the interests. Interest doesn't even sound like a word anymore. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is episode 1. I forget what I titled it because iPad's dead. Notes aren't opening, so it's cool. It's whatever. Again, you don't need the perfect setup. You don't need the mic. You don't need the camera. I have a tripod. I'm not using it on the table right now. What's it called? Lapel mic. It's in this bag. It's got the bad dongle. Don't need it. HyperX Venoms over there. Don't need them. Just record if that's what you're doing. If YouTube's your thing, record. But anyway, yapped long enough. This is gonna be a horrible thing to edit because I've been rambling like crazy. But maybe I won't even. Maybe don't even edit it because that editing process might set you back. Might stop you. So sit down, breathe, take in the information, figure out what you're gonna learn. We'll be back here. Be there, be square, come back to me. I want to know what y'all learning. And if you don't learn anything, imagine sitting on TikTok. You've been scrolling on TikTok for hours. Name 5 TikToks you watched. And honestly, let's make it harder. 5 TikToks you watched that you didn't click the like button on, didn't comment on, or didn't save. Thanks for watching. See ya next time. Poetry. That's what we're doing. Be there.